Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Nikon has released specs finally for the new D4s, which interestingly is now being touted as the flagship, and the D3X, despite not being bought in years, is still on the market but is no longer listed as the top of the pile. Nice to see. So let's just take a look through it. This is going to be a specs overview. It's not available for testing just yet. They say it was available at CP+, but I didn't see it here, but stay tuned because we do have more videos coming from CP+ still. So the D4s, it says it's a brand new CMOS image sensor, but it's the same resolution. I have no problem with the resolution. I owned the D4 and I own the DF, which uses the same sensor as the original D4. So if it's a better performing sensor at the same resolution, no problem whatsoever for that. I know a lot of people are looking for jumps in numbers in every kind of category when they see a replacement. I don't think that's necessarily necessary. That was a complicated sentence. But the key upgrades on this guy, which I want to run through. So it's got the XB4 processing engine now, and it'll go up to 409,600 ISO. This is, I mean, people thought the megapixel race was silly, and to an extent it was, but now with great cameras like the D800E out there, which really make use of those megapixels, I don't think that's nearly as silly as the ISO race. That number is fantastic for the marketing department and absolutely fucking useless for everyday users. High ISO ruins your image tone and color range, so just forget about it. If it means that they've improved a stop, so what you used to get at 3200 you now get at 6400, that's a fantastic thing. Increasing the final number by one stop doesn't impress me at all. Beyond testing, I never took my D4 anywhere near the 200,000 limit that it was already capable of doing. You know, even if you're shooting in a dark room at f8 on a long lens where you need a fast shutter speed, you're rarely going to, break 50 or 60,000 ISO. It's quite unlikely. And wherever possible, I still try and keep it as low as possible, even on these cameras with fantastic ISO capabilities. The other one, it has a 5th autofocus system, which, that's great, from 4 to 5. That's a number increase for the spec sheet. But this one, group area AF, is not exactly groundbreaking. Basically, you choose a point and then it chooses the one above, below, and either side of it, so it uses all 5 of them. I don't think that's, worth getting its own dot point in the upgrade list, personally. Slightly higher frames per second, it's saying 11 with the AF and AE tracking now. That's not a bad thing. That's a great thing if you're a sports shooter. Still not as fast as the Canon 1DX though. Ooh, people will say, I've been getting lots of comments lately that all I do is bag Nikon now and I'm a Canon fanboy. I still own the DF and the D800E and they're my favorite cameras. I just try and judge things fairly. In terms of the autofocus, it's still using the 51 point with 15 cross type. It's fantastic autofocus in the D4. I'm sure that's, it will have either been tweaked slightly to be slightly improved or it's going to be the same, which was already great. I really love some of the language they use. We'll take a look at that in the next one. For me, the biggest improvement on this one is that it now offers RAW small. Hurrah! That's fantastic. Canon's had it for years. It's only 12-bit and they don't offer a medium size though, which Canon does offer. So whilst I'm happy to see that, there's times where you don't need the full 16 megapixel, but you still want the flexibility of shooting RAW, so being able to shoot a smaller res is great, but why not include the medium? It's got to be a software thing, right? It's got the new 1000 base T support for sharing your files. It looks like it's the same LCD. 921K is not that high in this day and age, but the screen was pretty good. I still use the loop on my D4 outdoors though. Nice upgrade. It's now shooting 50-60p and a full HD crop mode. So looking in on the Nikon homepage on the D4s, a true gear shift. This isn't, what's that buzzword? Game changer. It's not a game changer, it's a gear shift. I'm kind of happy to see them bigging stuff up. When they brought out the 58mm, they really didn't make any bold claims, but this one is for erratically moving subjects. It's got tenacious AF. It's got professional worthy. Ooh. I find some of the terms that they use for this stuff quite fun. So in terms of other specs, they've stuck with the XQD card, which is interesting because no one else has picked it up, and whilst I think it's a superior technology, the cards are expensive and not many other people have them, which is a little bit annoying. Of course, 100% viewfinder coverage, magnification still at 0.7. All the rest is fairly similar, 30 seconds and bulb through to 1/8000, synchronizes at 1/250th. And on and on and on it goes. If you have been holding off, if you need the extra video modes, if you really value the new autofocus mode, the slight increase in speed, or some of these other general features that they've improved, then this could be a good option for you. If you're already on the D4, it's really hard to say. The question I'm always going to be asked is, so if I own the D4 and I've had it for a while and I'm looking to upgrade, is it worth getting this one over the D4? We really can't tell until we see how this new sensor is. If it's really got a big improvement in image quality and ISO performance, and it is, a significant difference, and this is your profession, then sure, it absolutely could be worth it to you. Or if you're just a cashed up amateur, it could absolutely be worth it. But until we see the actual results on paper, my mind isn't blown. But I am really happy to see them moving into offering the small RAW, and the different video modes is really good as well. I wonder if they'll come out with a 4K version one day. Love to hear your thoughts. As always, you can jump over to the community forum at mattgranger.com and get involved. Thanks. I'll see you soon with more photo news and reviews.